So I'm here in Langkawi. I'm at a 7-day event with Access Consciousness, and I was just having a chat with a few people, and I wanted to share this on the Business Done Different because it pinged me that this is what occurs all the time. People think they have to know everything about business. You don't have to know everything about business to be in business, to have a business, to enjoy business. You have to be in question. I mean, I grew up with my dad as an accountant, and I thought he knew everything because, he was my dad and he was an accountant. But I soon discovered not true. He was the one who even told me not true and said you need to start looking at, at talking to some other people, talking to some financial advisors, consultants, etc. So I did. And I would start to have these conversations, and I'd pay for a consult fee, 1 hour consult fee, and I'd start to have these conversations and ask questions and explain what I was creating or not creating, and ask them questions. And every time I get these little bits of information, it's sort of like these whispers that you hear, and you'll be like, oh, that one, that one, that one. And every person has more information than they can give you. So being in business, having a business, creating a business is not about having the answer. It is definitely not about having the answer. It's about being in question. And I know, I just listened to these people who had the point of view that they didn't know much about finances or business, and it was a brilliant conversation. I was so excited to, hear these two people exploring more possibilities. Now, they discovered some things that are going to create less tax for them and much more ease that their financial advisor didn't tell them. But they discovered it by talking to some other people. And that's literally what it's about. You keep asking questions. It's sort of like, I don't know, here's the forest behind me. Well, not the forest, but, a bunch of trees. And if you're sort of like moving through the trees and, oh, what's behind this one? What's behind this one? What's behind this one? And you keep asking questions and talking to different people and finding out different information and applying something. Doesn't have to be right, but you know what? You will have more freedom if you're willing to not be right all the time. So choice creates awareness. Ask a question, you choose something, it'll create an awareness. And it might be like, oh, not the smartest choice, or wow, it never shows up the way you think it's going to show up, and something greater can show up. So please know, you don't have to know everything about business to be in business. Don't believe all of that crap out there that people, you have to have a degree, or, you have to have years of experience. Go with your knowing, go with what you know. That's what Business Done Different is. It's about going with what you know and choosing it and having fun while you do it. So thanks for joining me, Simone Milasas, on Business Done Different.